The Indian automotive industry has definitely been one of the most fastest and more prominent turnaround stories following the pandemic-led disruptions. While the industry has seen strong signs of improving demand over the last few months, December, if you look at the wholesale numbers and the estimates as far as the month gone by are concerned, it's likely to be a mixed bag for OEMs this time around. The silver lining here is definitely that December 2020 demand has definitely been better than December last year. But yes, channel checks conducted by various analysts, various brokerages have indicated that there is definitely a strong sense of optimism across the different segments. Whatever they've been able to gather from their interactions with retailers, vendors, etc., is indicating to good sustained recovery going ahead as well. For the wholesales for the month of December, we're expected to see a good growth on a YOY base. Why that is? Primarily because there's a low base effect kicking in for all segments. Barring MNHCVs and barring three-wheelers, it's likely to be a good growth YOY for most other segments. The channel checks also indicate a sustained demand for passenger vehicles in the month gone by. Despite moderate discounts, do remember that this time around the discounting has been about 18 to 20% lower compared to previous year's December trends, and despite that we've seen a sustained demand for passenger vehicles. There's also been some supply issues as well. There was a lot of inventory clean out also that happened during the festive season. So because of limited supplies, or rather despite limited supplies also, passenger vehicle continues to be resilient. On the other hand, things are not exactly the same for two-wheeler industry because their demand continues to be a tad bit under pressure. Again, lower discounting is one of the key reasons why the demand is relatively muted. Demand for CVs is stable primarily because of optimum fleet utilization levels. Freight rates are also picking up. MNHCVs are seeing strong demand from infrastructure, construction segment. Inquiries from haulage has improved as well. So a lot of factors are coming together and finally leading to a sustained uptick as far as commercial vehicles are concerned. Let's quickly go by each individual OEM and see how they're likely to perform for the month gone by. For Maruti, we're expecting 1.37 lakh units. It's a 10% degrowth on a sequential basis, but YOY it's a flattish to positive sort of a scenario as far as the country's largest car maker goes. For M&M Auto, we're expecting 36,550 units to have been sold in the month gone by. M&M Farm, 23,000 is what our poll is indicating too. Escort's likely to do well as well. We're expecting 7,200 units to have been logged in by the tractor maker. For Tata Motors PV, 20,000 is what our poll is indicating. For Tata Motors CV, 31,770 units are likely to have been sold. Eicher CV, again, like I said, good sequential momentum seen there for the CV space. Tata Motors also, like I said, 14% growth seen sequentially. Eicher CV, 4,160 units expected, a 12% growth on a month-on-month basis. Ashok Leyland, similar story, good sequential improvement, 11,200 is what our poll estimate is. Hero MotoCorp, TVS, Bajaj, even Royal Enfield, like I said, two-wheelers are likely to be muted. So on a sequential basis, we're expecting a mid-teen sort of degrowth as far as the two-wheeler players are concerned. Hero MotoCorp 4.88 lakh units is what our poll is indicating to. TVS Motors 2.71 lakh units. Royal Enfield 62,000 units are likely to have been sold, and Bajaj Auto, our poll indicates to 3.59 lakh units. So these are the estimates for the month of December. While it's better on a YOY basis in terms of demand, retails, let's see how the pickup has been in a couple of days. We will also find out how the retails and registrations have been. But for wholesale, it's likely to be a largely mixed bag this time around.